Hey guys, it's Jason with the Board Game Mechanics, and today we're going to take a look at a game all about brewing some beer in your own backyard, or I guess in your home, called Homebrewers. Homebrewers is a 2 to 5 player game by Greater Than Games. And in this game, what you're trying to do is you are trying to be the best home brewer to enter your best brand of beer, APA, porter, stout, ale, into the competitions to be judged. You want to have the best judge. Well, I guess you want to have the best beer that the judge likes the best to score the most points. You're going to do that through some rolling some dice, through some trading. Then you're going to use those dice to take the actions that the dice represent. Each of your players are going to have a special player power that they're going to be able to do to help you achieve that goal. That's enough talking about it. Let's go out to the table and brew some beer. Alright, so here's a game of Homebrewers, all set up for 2 players. I'll go over setup really quickly, and then I'm going to play through the first half of the game so you can see one scoring round, and then I'll explain what's different on the second scoring round. Alright, so setup. You're going to give each player a player board. You can either do it where everybody plays the same, there's little covers that you can put over this colored section right here, and everybody will have the same. Or you can give each player a different player with a player power, which is what I've done. There's matching boards. I'd show you. If you flip it over, it has the people's pictures on it. They're each going to get 3 dice, which look like this. They're all customized, specific icons for the actions of the game. You're going to put 2 of these dirty tokens right there into the first 2 on the left of your garage. Each person is going to get 1 wheat. They can put it in any of their buckets, and they're going to get $2 and 2 recipe cards. And someone's going to be first player, so in this case it is Evie. And in a 2-player game, we're also going to play with Charlie. So you're going to take these tiles right here, you're going to select 5 of them, and they're going to be used on some of the actions. He'll get 3 dice, and his piece will be at the bottom of each of the tracks. So Charlie is blue in this game. And then I'm also going to shuffle all the cards. You're going to flip 4 of them face up somewhere on the outside of the board. I did over there just because that's where I had room. And then you're going to put all the player's markers on start for scoring, except for Charlie. He doesn't matter. Then you're going to put some judging cards here. There are 4 tiles. And you're going to put different tiles with the calendar icons on the back. Basically, you're going to flip one over each round so you can kind of keep track around, and it'll give you a special ability. All right, so that's set up. Let's go ahead and dive into this. So this is a pretty straightforward game. What you're going to do is you're going to roll these dice. You're going to trade with other players, maybe, or pay some money to flip it to a side that you want. And then you're going to use the actions that you have on your dice to try to brew beer, get wheat, earn money, all that type of stuff. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to roll. Well, first thing we're going to do is we're going to flip this icon. So let me kind of explain this to you a little bit. So if you have a calendar, you can do the top action. It's going to let you take a card action. If you use a calendar die plus $2, you get to take the bottom action. So in this case, it would be cleaning 2, and I'll explain a little bit more of the actions when we get into it. So this player has 2 brews and a clean. Charlie has 2 cleans and a card, and Evie has a brew and 2 cards. All right, so then we're going to go ahead and start trading with the first player. So you can trade in a 2-player game. You can trade with Charlie or the other player. The other player has to agree. You can just trade with Charlie. So what they want to do is they would like to get a clean. So they're going to trade a card for a clean. Having a clean is always good to help get your garage in shape. I have a clean. I don't need an extra brew. So I'm actually going to trade with Charlie as well. I'm going to take that card that they have. And they don't want to do any more trading. I don't want to do any more trading. And that's that. So you take your dice, you put them on the little dice spaces on the player board, the little 3 squares. And then we're ready to roll. Now we're going to move into the action phase. In a 2-player game, first thing you're going to do is you're going to flip this Charlie tile, and it's going to tell you which track Charlie's going to be moving his piece up on. So in this case, it is 2 up on porter. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So Charlie is blue, so he'll go up 2 on porter. Basically, he's trying to kind of competing to make it so we just don't always get first and second. Like if he gets first, maybe we'll have to split second place points or whatever. So that's kind of what Charlie's purpose here. Now we're going to go ahead and play. So this player gets to play all of their dice, and when they're done, it'll be Gabriel's turn. All right, so first thing they want to do is they want to clean. So they're going to take their cleaning, which looks like a little bottle of Windex, and they're going to clean. So what that means is you take the dirtiest, the little dirty marker from the furthest right, and you take it out, and you just throw it away. So now they have more room to brew beer. You can't brew beer if you don't have any room down in there to put the wheat token to turn it into dirt. Then they're going to play a card. So playing a card is this. It's a little hand with a card. There are a couple different things you can do here. You can play a card for what's at the bottom. So in this case, Evie could play this card and take 2 wheat and put it in some buckets to be able to brew some beer. Or she could get $5 from this card. Or she'd be able to take one of these recipes and tuck it under one of the buckets to make it more valuable when she brews that type of beer, which I think is what she wants to do. So she's going to play this one. She's going to tuck it under the porter right here. So now whenever she brews porter, she's going to get that bonus that's in the top right, and I'll explain that in a bit. And we're going to go ahead and explain it now because we're going to brew. That's that icon. So she's going to take the wheat. She'll flip it to the dirty side. I think it's called shrub. And she'll put it in the farthest right or farthest left that she can, and she gets to move up that many spaces on the that track. So she gets to move up 2 on porter. So let's go ahead and do that. She is orange. So she'll move up 2 on porter. Then this card's going to fire. That's going to say she can move up the track to the left of that track. So she gets to move up on ale up 1 unless it's at 6. It's at start, so it's not at 6. So we'll go ahead and move it up 1. And that is their turn. If she had $3, she could pay $3 to take any action that she wanted, but she doesn't have $3, so I'm not going into that. All right, then it is Gabriel's turn. First thing he's going to do is he's going to clean. Going to get rid of some junk. Then he's going to play a card as well. I think he wants to start getting in on some action, so he's going to do the same thing that Evie did, and he's going to tuck this guy, which will let it move the track to the left up 1 unless it's at 6. He's going to put it right there. And then he's going to brew some beer. So he's going to brew some IPA, flips it over, gets it dirty. Then the IPA is going to go up 2, and he's red. IPA is 2, and then because of this one, the track to the left gets to move up 1 unless it's at 6. It is not. And that is the end of his turn because he doesn't have $3 either. These players all have player abilities. I'm not going to discuss those. Just know on your turn, each of these characters are going to be able to let you do something else. I'm kind of just playing the basic game, just letting you see that there are player abilities. I'm just not going to take the time to go into that. So they're all easy. They're all cool. So just know if you want to do that, it's going to give you a little more stuff to do on your turn than what I'm showing you. So that's the end of that round. Next thing you're going to do to start the next round, first player's going to pass, so it'll come over here. And then we'll roll our dice. Flip the calendar. Roll the dice. So we can brew or pay $2 in a calendar to take 2 card actions. Alright, let's see what we got here. We got some good actions here. Finally somebody got a calendar icon so I can show that off. Alright, so Gabriel is going to get to do the trading action first. So he has a calendar. That'll let him brew, which he kind of likes, so he can take 2 card actions. He'll keep that. But he doesn't need a brew because he can already brew. He needs wheat. So he's actually going to pay $1, and he's going to flip his brew to wheat. And the wheat side looks like wheat. And he has a card. He'll keep that. So he's not going to trade with anybody. So that's how he's going to sit. He likes those actions. So calendar, card, wheat. And then this player, Evie, has brew, wheat, and a card. She likes that as well because she can get some wheat to brew, and she'll get to play a card. So that's cool. We'll roll with that. Now we're going on to the actions. So Charlie's going to flip a new card, and he's going to move up 3 on the porter. So he is running away on the porter. So 1, 2, 3. All right. And then we play. So Gabriel is going to play a card, get some wheat. So it's a pretty simple action. You play the wheat die. You take a wheat and you put it on any other beer that you would like to brew. Let's see. Let's start off with, we'll do IPA because I want to play this card, and I'm going to play this card on this one because if you look at the bonus, it's going to let me fire off another bonus, and because that's the only section that has a bonus, I need to play it there. I don't need to, but it's essentially a waste if I don't. All right, and then I'm going to use the calendar to brew. So we are going to brew the IPA. So I flip this over to the dirty side, put it in the farthest left. I get to move up 2 on IPA. So I'm red, IPA. 1, 2. And then I'm going to, Didn't I brew last time? I think I moved the wrong thing, like a doofus. I did brew. I think I moved the wrong ones. So this should be... too late now. I probably did something wrong, it's fine. So I moved up on IPA, and then I get to move over to the farthest left, the track to the left. Go here. Then I get to move up, do that again, so I get to bump this one again. Oh, not blue. Dang it. That's what the problem is. There we go. All better. And now we will hopefully let Evie play and I don't screw anything else up. Alright, so Evie's going to take a wheat, because you need to have wheat. She's going to start working on some ale. And then she's going to play a card, so she's going to play... she'll play porter, actually, because she has the same kind of deal. This is one of those cards that's going to activate another bonus. So she's going to tuck that into her porter, so she can take advantage of that bonus again. And then she's going to brew. So she's going to brew her porter. That's going to let her move up 2 on porter. She's orange. 1, 2. She hits a $1 mark, so she gets $1. And then she's going to get to move the track to her left up 1. And then she gets to do it again because the star lets her activate another one. And she's going to do it again. And then because she has $3, she wants to take a bonus action. So what she's going to do to get prepared for the next round is she's going to take a card action. And she's going to snag this card. Banana flavoring. So she has a card ready to go for next time. And then you'll refill the cards. Alright, and that is that round. So we're going on to round 3. First player marker passes. Flipping. It's a cleaning or calendar and $2 gives you 2 wheat. So we'll roll. We got 2 calendars and a card. 2 brews and a clean. Charlie has 2 cards and a brew. Whoops. Alright. So Evie gets to play first, to trade first. She doesn't need to do 2 brews. So she doesn't have any money. She'd like to get a wheat. Ooh, this is rough. This is rough. That's fine. She's going to trade one of her brews for a card. And that's where she's going to sit. So she likes that. So she has a brew, a card, and a clean. I have 2 calendars, which will let me clean. I don't need to do 2 cleanings. I would like to brew and get a card, but I also need some wheat. But I have $1, so we're fine there. So I think I'll roll with that. All right, so Evie's up. She's going to clean. So she'll take her little cleaning, remove some dirt. Then she's going to take the card, and she's going to play this card to get 2 wheat. So we'll discard that, and then she'll take 2 wheat. She can put it in anything that she wants. She's going to do porter and stout. Then she's going to brew. So she's going to go ahead and brew some more porter. She's going to run up that track. She's going to flip this, make it dirty. She gets to move 2 on porter. 1, 2. That will get her 2 points because she crossed the 2-point marker. And then she's going to get a move to the track to the right, which will get her left, which will get her $1. And then she gets to do it again, which will let her go up 1 more. And that's her turn. So back to me. I can clean. So I'm going to clean. That's what the calendar does. Then I'm going to take a card. Let's take one off the top. So I have this now. And then I'm going to brew. I can't brew. Dang it. Alright, so actually I'm not going to do anything, and I'm going to take $2. So you can pass and take $2. So that's what I'm going to do. Then I'm going to spend $3, and I'm going to take a wheat. And I'm going to put it in porter. Alright, and that is that. Now we're going to go to the Summerfest turn. We'll play through this, then I'll explain some scoring. And then we'll go up to the top and see what we think about it. So we're going to roll. I'm first player now. Oh, of course. What was that? I don't remember what that was. Sorry, I'll re-roll it. Alright. And then they're going to roll. And then Charlie's going to roll. Alright, so I get first dibs on trading. I don't want to do 2 wheat. So I'm going to pass on the wheat. I'll take a calendar. And then they would like a wheat. So they're going to use their card. Take a wheat. and then we're all good. And I think Charlie is going to flip a card. Well, I don't think. I know he's going to flip a card. And he has 2 on IPA. Charlie's moving on the IPA. Which that should have been me, I think. So Charlie should only be there. Okay. Good. Now we are going. So it's my turn. I'm going to get some wheat. So I'm going to put some wheat on my IPA. I'm going to brew for my calendar. So I'm going to brew my IPA. So that's going to let me move up 2 on IPA. I'm red. Wheat and $1. Wheat and $1. And then I get to move to track to the left. Up 1. And then I get to do it again because of my star. So I get 2 points. Then I'm going to brew again. And I'm going to brew some porter. So I'm going to flip that. Put it in the dirty section. I get to move up 1 on porter. And that's all I can do. So I'm done. It's Evie's turn. She's going to take some wheat. And then she's going to put it in porter. She's going to brew her porter. She flips that. So that will get her 1 on porter. So she is orange. Then she'll get to go up 1 to the left, which will get her a wheat. And then she will get to go up 1 to the left again because of the star. And that's that. And she cannot brew because she doesn't have any room in her garage. So she's going to get rid of this, take $2. And then for $3, she's going to clean, take an extra action. All right, and that's that. So now at the end of the Summerfest, you're going to score based on Summerfest points. Whoever's on first on each track will get 3, second gets 2. So orange is first in ale, so they'll get 3. Then orange is first in porter, so they'll get 3 again. Charlie's second, so I don't get any points. Red is first in stout, so they'll get 3 points. Blue, orange didn't score. So red is first in IPA. Orange didn't start, so they get no points. So then you're going to play through 3 more rounds. And then at the end of the Oktoberfest, you're going to score based on Oktoberfest points at each one of these tiles. So each one of these tiles are going to have like an ingredient card. So this is saying I need to have 4 ingredients in my buckets that are purple. 4 that are orange, 2 in each bucket, or 5 across all buckets. And then your lowest scored beer is going to score double points. So you want to try to always be moving up on tracks because being at 0 is bad. And that's how you play Homebrewers. And of course, whoever has the most points is the winner. Duh, but just wanted to reiterate that. So let's go up to the top and see what we think about it. All right, well, that was Homebrewers. First off, what I want to say is I really like the production of this game. I think the art and the graphic design are really well done. I really like the custom dice, which you saw in the overview, but I'll just show you. Custom dice are always cool. And I also like that each player has a different shape of beer bottle or mason jar or whatever you brew beer in. I don't drink a lot of beer, so all I know is there are cans and bottles. So that's really neat. I also like that there are different player abilities, so variable player powers. Each player is going to play differently, or if you don't want to do that, you can make every player be the same and just play the game. But definitely use the player powers because it's going to make it a little more gamey. All right, so that's enough talking about the graphic design, the art. I like all that. So, and again, that's subjective, but I like it. So let's talk about how this game plays and what I think of it. All right, so first what I want to start with is the way that the game works. So the way this game works is there's going to be 2 phases. There's going to be a trading phase and an action phase. You're going to roll your dice and then you're going to trade your dice. Maybe. I've played this game maybe 3 or 4 times. I think I've traded like 1 die. I traded more in this overview than I ever have. So just to kind of show you guys how it works. So normally, I mean, if you have some cash, just spend it and put it to the side you want. Then you don't have to worry about the trading. But then you're going to be at some money to be able to do some stuff later. So there is a give and a take, I guess. Second, on your turn, you get to take 3 actions. So over the course of the game, you're playing 8 rounds. That's 24 actions with the possibility that you may take a few extra actions by paying the $3. That's not a lot of actions to do what you need to do in this game. So I've played a couple games and yeah, I can get some points, but I'm really focusing hard on one track, or I'm really focusing on, you know, trying to get as much beer brewed as I can in a round. And I can't focus on getting cards for the in-game goals, or I'm spending all my game focusing on those cards, not brewing any beer, not getting any in-game points. So I'm focused on in-game, not on in-game. And that's tough. So those are my two big complaints of this game. Is I feel like you're kind of limited with how many actions you get to take and how much stuff you can do in the game, and the trading is just All right, now let me talk about some positives. The rule book is fantastic. It breaks down everything you need to know. It's clear. It has descriptions of all the player powers. It has all the images on the dice. It has all the images on the what was I looking at? The spice cards, the recipe cards that you're putting in your beer. It talks about you know, these player aid cards right here that give you all the reminders are fantastic. Nothing to complain about there. I really like this too. This is something I should have talked about at the top, but the wheat turns in to trub and dirt. That's really cool. I also like the card play in this game, and I wish we could do it more. So that goes back to the initial cons that I had, is I feel like I can't do anything with the cards. So you saw I played through half a game, and the one guy close, you know, that I would be my guy, so the actual guy, not the girl character, I played 2 cards. I guess so they played 2 cards as well. So you spend half the game, you're playing 2 cards. Some of these goals you need to play 6 cards. That's crazy. What else do I like about it? I like that it takes a small footprint. The box is really little. It doesn't take up a ton of room in your shelf. I like that the board, all this stuff is modular. Well, not modular, but variable. So it has different goals, different events that are going to happen in the round, different tracks that you can climb up. I like all that. I like a lot about this game, but I just feel like it needs something else. And I know my wife feels the same way, because she told me right after we were done playing that I kind of like that game, but I think it needs something else. So as much as I want to give this a BGM accepted seal, I cannot, but I would like to. It's almost at that threshold. So the threshold is a 7 out of 10 on BGG. I would give this like a 6.75. I like it, but it's not something that I want to keep busting out over and over and over and over, because I just feel like after a couple plays, I've seen it all. So that's my opinion. I think there are a lot of people that are going to like this game. I like some of it. I like climbing up tracks. Tracks is one of my favorite things ever. I like variable player powers. I like using dice to take actions. I just don't like that this game limits me too much, because in some games I feel like I may only get 4 actions, but I can do a whole lot of stuff on those actions. Spending a whole die, one of your 3 dice to just take a wheat, is tough. So yeah, so close. I want to. Maybe if I had the expansion, or I played it some more at higher player counts, maybe that's where it really comes alive. But I haven't done that. So keep that as a caveat. Take this review with a grain of salt. Do with this video as you will. Shut it off, don't listen to it. Completely cool with that. So I'm Jason with the Boardgame Mechanics. That was my review of Homebrewers. And as always, keep gaming.